Welcome back to my channel. Let's see what I'm cooking up this week.
Old school, new school, doesn't matter what they say, it won't make a difference anyway. Old school, new school, we both can be cool in a way, it's two generations out in play. I was chilling on my bed, daydreaming about the day.
Now in this video, I'm talking about using the slow cooker. Now right here is the bowl for the slow cooker. I made potato soup yesterday. So in this video, I'm talking about making lasagna. So let's jump right in and see how I did it. Here are the ingredients that I use to make my slow cooker lasagna. We have the Pure Farms plant-based protein starter, the Beyond Beef plant-based ground. There's those chopped up onions. I told you I don't like chopping up onions, so I get them out the freezer section. We have your cottage cheese, your marinara sauce. I don't use regular spaghetti sauce. You gotta have your tin foil, your seasoning, onion powder, Lowry's, Italian seasoning, those oven ready lasagna noodles, and your two different kinds of cheeses. Now when you are using your slow cooker, make sure you get the slow cooker liners. I mean, it makes cleanup so much easier. After you get finished with your food and everything's eaten up and your family enjoys it, you just take it, lift it up out of there, and you throw it away. So what I'm in the process of doing now is adding the liner to the bowl of the slow cooker. Now I have my camera in my other hand. I'm filming this, so just bear with me. It's a task just trying to do this with one hand and make sure that it's wrapped all the way around and inside the slow cooker bowl. Now I'm in the process of getting ready to brown the meats together. Here we have the Pure Farmlands plant-based protein starter and the Beyond plant-based ground. Now I didn't have two of the Beyond plant-based ground. I had one Beyond and one Pure plant-based. So I'm going to mix those together because I don't like the taste of the Pure by itself. So I'm going to mix both of those together for this lasagna. And in the future, I will make sure that I have two of the Beyond or two of the Impossible, but I will, not use the Pure anymore. But what you do is you brown your meat together. Now the Beyond is already like a brownish color, and the Pure is pink, and it stays pink. It doesn't get brown when you brown it in a skillet. So you have to mix it with the other meat, and you can't even taste the difference. So once you start putting your seasoning on, I have my onion powder in that container with no label. I sprinkle in my Italian seasoning and my Lowry's seasoning salt. Next, I get my frozen chopped onions. It says a recipe for beginners, but I don't like chopping up onions, so this makes it more convenient. So I just sprinkle on my onions and I mix it in with the ground meat so it can get ready to start steaming and locking in the flavor of the onions, which I need the onions unthawed anyway. So I just mix it in with the ground meat, and then I get my foil. And yes, foil in my house is used as a lid. I know that's the thing that's going on Facebook right now. Foil is not a lid. Yes, it is. So I put it on there to steam probably for about 5 or so minutes just to unthaw those onions. And that's what it looked like. See, the meat, you can still see it's a little bit pink, but I just go ahead and use it like that because it's going to be covered up with this marinara sauce that I'm mixing in. So then, in the meantime, while that's sitting around and simmering, I'm spraying my liner because I don't want it to stick, the lasagna to stick. And then I start to layer. You start with your noodles. You put those on the bottom, and I break them just to make sure they, fit around the way that I need them to. But you see, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so you got to have some skills to be able to record and cook at the same time. And then I take my marinara sauce. Like I said earlier, I don't use regular spaghetti sauce. I use marinara sauce because marinara has more seasonings in it compared to just regular spaghetti or pasta sauce. So I open up the jar, I sprinkle some of the marinara sauce down on the bottom because once you start layering everything, the juices and everything's going to cook the noodles. So then I put my cottage cheese. I don't use ricotta because ricotta is a little bit more expensive, and you can use cottage cheese and it tastes just as good, and nobody can tell the difference. My son didn't even know until he saw me putting this video together. He was like, "You use cottage cheese?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Because ricotta is more expensive." So then after the cottage cheese, I put some meat on the top of that. And you're just layering everything now. So then I get some of the cheese and I sprinkle that next. I have my cheddar and my mozzarella. I sprinkle that on. And then once you do that, you just start all over again. You get your marinara sauce, your noodles, put your noodles down again. Put your marinara sauce on top of that. And as you can see, with me using one hand, I'm just pouring everything out the jar. And, it's all getting mixed together as long as it's in the layers. So then you put your cottage cheese, your meat. Now I'm adding a little bit of Parmesan. Also, I didn't do that on the bottom layer, but I figured I'll do it on this layer. Add the Parmesan. Then I'll sprinkle some more of the cheddar and the mozzarella. Now, I could keep going with the layering, but the crock pot, slow cooker, whichever one you want to call it, it's only so deep. So you want to make sure it's not overflowing. You put the lid on it, and mine has the locking lid. So you lock it down, and I always like to cook my stuff on high because it cooks faster. Because if you cook it on low, Usually you gotta cook it for like 6 to 8 hours or whatever. But if you cook it on high, then you only have to do it for about hour and a half, 2 hours or so. So this is what it looked like. That's the finished product. And it looks all nice and cheesy and bubbly, and I'm going to scoop some out so you can see it. It's not set because it just got finished. If you want it to set, you'll have to let it cool down for a couple hours, but that was dinner for us, so we ate it. Look, it's all nice and piping hot. So I hope you enjoyed this video and decide you want to make you some plant-based lasagna because it is delicious and your family will enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. If you don't have one of these, you need to get a crock pot because they are so handy. You just throw whatever you're gonna cook in there and just let it go, let it cook between 3, 6, 8 hours, whatever it is, and you have your meal. So I would suggest you get one if you don't have one. And I hope you enjoyed my video. And until next time, I'm going to say peace and blessings to you all. Have a good weekend, have a good week, and you will see me next Saturday. My son and I, my name is Corrine, and his name is Jemiah, both have Teespring websites. Teespring is an e-commerce platform that allows people to create and sell custom apparel. The company was founded in 2011 in Providence, Rhode Island. We sell anything from t-shirts, face masks, cell phone cases, socks, and much more. So take a look at just a few of the items we have to offer. And if you see anything you like, just stop by our site and check us out.
We both can be cool in a way. It's 2 generations out in play. Old school, new school, what are those? Look at those shoes, that's a no-no. The new school's coming with that new flow. We got to run our own show. You set us on the right path, of course. Now the new school is going up with force. But there's some problems that y'all have with us. Our style is weird and our songs are bust. So we'll work them out, you guys have to trust. So let's get along because it's a must.
That's a must.
Yeah, it's a must.
Jemiah's mom, rock.